All right, good afternoon and welcome to the Gender Equity Commission meeting, public meeting for October 18th, 2022. Not being broadcast due to the city's capacity. There's another event being broadcast on YouTube right now, but this is being recorded to be posted later. We've just concluded our working session and we're starting our public meeting, and I will start now with a welcome and a roll call. My name is Judy Hale and I am the acting interim chair of the Gender Equity Commission for the city of Pittsburgh. Can commissioners raise your hand or say present when I call your name? Commissioner Overton. Thank you. Commissioner Coffey.
Present.
Commissioner Manuel.
Present.
Commissioner Newman.
Present.
Commissioner Ramey.
Present.
And Commissioner Gross.
Present.
Thank you. Thanks for being here with me on this chilly October afternoon. A couple of things to just announce and honor. This month is LGBT History Month, and it's also Hispanic Heritage Month, which runs from mid-September to mid-October. So that just concluded a couple days ago. I wanted to mention those as we get started. For old business, we have our minutes from the September 2022 meeting, which we still need to circulate from the working meeting. So I'm going to just circulate those for the November meeting, and then we can approve the September and October minutes at our next meeting. And the next item on our agenda is a reminder for folks in the public to apply to be considered for the boards, authorities, and commissions for the city of Pittsburgh. There's a citywide volunteer initiative, and we will have that link posted. It's on the City of Pittsburgh website, and it will also be on the Gender Equity Commission website. And that is a call to apply to serve in different volunteer and leadership capacities for different boards, authorities, and commissions. I especially want to encourage people who are interested in serving on the Gender Equity Commission. We have 9 commissioners right now, and we have 13 is the minimum number of commissioners that we would like to have on our commission. So I really want to encourage people. Also, if you are interested and you want to ask questions about it, I think it's fair to say you can contact me or anyone else on the Gender Equity Commission to ask for just a informational interview or a coffee or phone call or Zoom to get some information and talk to someone who's serving on the commission about the experience. Does anyone on the commission, any commissioners present, want to add anything on encouraging folks from the public to apply for city boards, authorities, and commissions and the Gender Equity Commission? I also want to mention, just in the category of old business, that we are looking at our annual election for leadership of members of the Gender Equity Commission in January 2022. So we're looking at that and gearing up for that now. Does anyone want to add anything to that agenda item? Just a general announcement for now. All right. Thanks. All right. Is there any other old business from anyone present? All right, thank you. Moving on to new business, we usually hold this space to ask for committee report outs. So I will ask first for any report outs and updates from the Workforce Equity Committee from Commissioner Janet Manuel.
Hello, everyone. So, the date is to be determined, but there will be an in-person training session during the month of November. It will be held at Chatham University. The date and the time, that will be posted on the website. But finally, we're coming out of our cocoon. There will be an in-person training. So I want to thank those that have participated on the virtual trainings. More of those virtual trainings will continue, but for the month of November, we are prepping to have finally, an in-person training for the first time, because we started this all during COVID. So there will be more information to come. For those that have not had the opportunity to participate, you'll hear about it. You'll know the date, the time. The location is Chatham University. So want to thank Commissioner Ramey and her colleagues for saying, yes, we'll be the on-site location as we come out of, getting back to our new normal. And more information on the date and the time, but it will be in person and cannot wait for everyone to participate in that. And then after the in-person, I'm certain there will be more than likely scheduled for the future in 2023, as we're coming up on the conclusion of 2022. And then more in-person, as well as continuing the online version. So thank you all for attending and spreading the word and making sure that we do our due diligence to continue this conversation about the gender pay gap and the importance of training and educating women, so that way we can close it. So that is the update. Stay tuned. Finally, an in-person next month. The date and time will be denoted a little bit later, but it's going to be a good thing. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Janet. Thanks, Commissioner Emanuel. All right, the next item on the agenda is an update from the Cities for CEDAW group, the Pittsburgh for CEDAW group. So two things. One, the Cities for CEDAW national group had requested in the summer updates from the local Pittsburgh for CEDAW group and from our Gender Equity Commission in terms of outcomes and good practices and work that we've been doing over the past year. And we have finalized and sent in reports both from the Pittsburgh for CEDAW and Allegheny for CEDAW grassroots community group, and also from this Gender Equity Commission group. So those reports have been completed and sent in to this national Cities for CEDAW group. The other update is the Pittsburgh for CEDAW community group has continued to have monthly meetings after summer vacation. And we met last week and discussed how to encourage and support and identify folks to put forth to apply for being on commissioners on the Gender Equity Commission. And we also have discussed advocacy strategies for moving towards a gender equity strategy for Allegheny County and working with county council members. So that is the report on Cities for CEDAW and Pittsburgh and Allegheny for CEDAW from me. The next on the agenda is having a report from the Governance and Leadership Committee. Commissioner Coffey, do you have any updates or reports from that committee at this time?
Hello, everyone. The only update that our committee has is that we are, of course, joining the entire commission in seeking some additional commissioners for the Gender Equity Commission, as well as supporting Commissioner Hale and Interim Chair Hale, as you are now our chair. So we are still working alongside the rest of the commission to just ensure that we have additional commissioners and that we can continue to move the work forward.
Thank you. All right, next on the agenda is encouragement to vote on November 8th. Every election is an important election, and if you care about gender equity, this election is as important as every other, which is to say very. The last day to register to vote is October 24th, and the last day to apply for a mail-in ballot is November 1st, and those are both coming up very fast. Does anyone have anything they want to add on the election coming up on November 8th from the commissioners? Make your plan, know how you're voting, make your plan now. Personally, I love going in person. It feels like a holiday. I love exercising my right to vote. It's a very exciting feeling. It's true. Sad, but maybe my life is sad, but I love it. Okay. We don't have a guest presenter for the meeting today. If anyone is interested in speaking to the Gender Equity Commission, please email genderequity@pittsburghpa.gov. So you have to spell out Pittsburgh, but not Pennsylvania. And we would welcome folks who are interested in giving a presentation or talking to our group. Next on the agenda is a call for announcements about any upcoming or community engagements, events, and announcements. So I open the floor. Yes, Commissioner Ramey.
I suspect it'll be too late for anybody watching this recording to show up this evening for this month's Just Films. But for those who might catch this recording, I want to let folks know that we have one more film scheduled for this fall. The Just Film series is a collaboration of 6 organizations here in the Pittsburgh area that work with women and girls. And we've got a wonderful film scheduled for next month on Tuesday, November 15th, which is always right after the Gender Equity Commission meeting. So you can come watch the meeting and then attend the film. We'll be screening The Great American Lie, which is about economic inequality. So I think this will be a very good one, particularly related to the workforce equity work that the commission has been doing. And the panelists who will be speaking after that screening include Rona Davis-Moore, who's the founding director and chief executive officer of Zakiya House. We'll have Rochelle Jackson, who's the founding chief executive officer of the Black Women's Policy Center, and Gada Makoshi, who's the community advocate at the ACLU. And then moderating, you will have a chance to meet the brand new executive director of the Women and Girls Foundation, Camilla Rivera Tinsley, will be joining us. So please come on out. We'll feed you well at 5:30, film at 6, followed by a panel discussion with some of these great leaders. And if you can't make it tonight, Morgan is speaking. So Commissioner Overton speaking tonight. That I hope all of my fellow commissioners can come support her.
And what's the film tonight?
The film tonight is Fannie Lou Hamer's America. Fantastic film. Fantastic.
Other events, announcements?
Commissioner Hale, this is Councilwoman Gross, and I apologize to all for having trouble with my technology today. So I'm not on camera, but I also wanted to let the public know that tomorrow City Council is having a public hearing on food equity citywide. We know that this has been an issue that the Gender Equity Commission has discussed. We know that food justice is definitely disproportionately supports our lowest income households, which are disproportionately female-headed households. 70% of our poorest households in the city are female-headed households with children in the home. And tomorrow, the Food Policy Council, it's bringing its food ambassadors to City Council at 3 o'clock. But anyone can testify to speak or just tune in to listen. It will be streamed on YouTube and also be recorded there by the City Council. And that information for the link for the Zoom meeting is at the City Council clerk's website on the city's website. So you can sign up there. And I welcome more discussion about how food equity and gender equity intersect.
Thank you, Commissioner Gross. More announcements? Any other announcements, events? Cool things happening? Tough things happening? Okay. Are there any public comments? And that's a question for our technical folks.
Hi, there is no one currently there for public comment.
Okay, thank you. All right. Is there any other business for the good of the group? Yes, Commissioner Emanuel.
So to the public or the city, This is my last Gender Equity Commission meeting as a commissioner. I am relocating from Pennsylvania to Virginia, but I want to say not only to my fellow commissioners, but also to those that have supported the efforts of the work of the City of Pittsburgh GEC. It has been a pleasure, and I am certain that our paths will cross again. My work in this field of women and girls' rights will just continue, just in another state. And I want to say personally to my inaugural commissioners, Commissioner Gross and Commissioner Ramey, thank you. It's been a great ride. To the commissioners who joined the ride after we started in 2018, it has also been a pleasure. And it's good to work with like-minded people, and it's good to be supported by those in the community that have a focus on this effort as well. You'll hear from me again. Pittsburgh will always be home, and our paths will cross. And I say to everyone, to my fellow commissioners and to those within the greater Pittsburgh community, more specifically for the city, stay focused on the task at hand. The work is hard, but it's well worth the fight. And I'm cheering for everyone from the background. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Manuel. We really appreciate the work that you've done here, and we look forward to staying in touch with you and seeing what amazing things you do next. Thank you. Okay. Any other announcements or items for the good of the group?
I just wanted to really quickly come on and thank Commissioner Manuel for all of her contributions to this commission and how warmly she welcomed me as a commissioner a couple years ago. We're really gonna miss you, Janet. And I came here from the DMV, so I wish you all the best in what I call my second home. And when I'm in town, I'm coming to see you. But thank you, Janet, for everything.
Absolutely. And I'm holding you to that.
Anyone else? Okay, is there a motion to adjourn our meeting?
I make a motion.
Is there a second?
I second.
All right, our meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Bye.